Next we go for the management pyramid. Then you may wonder that why we go for the management pyramid. That's again related to our information systems. Why? When it comes to a large organization, just like a bank or some other multinational company, there are different types of information handled by the organization. The way the information are handled, especially a bank, we know that bank officers are there. That means the people, the staff who is working at the counter. Even we have the board of directors of the bank. So the board of directors are handling different types of data than the officers who are working the counter, and their information requirement is different. So we'll see what sort of information each and every group need based on the management pyramid. That's what we have to go to the management pyramid. Right. Now, the managers as well as the employees, even the controlling body of the organization are categorized into three main categories according to our expectation: senior management, middle management, as well as operational management. Normally, senior managers are said to be as the chairman of the company, the head, the owner maybe. Sometimes, if there's a board of directors, they are falling under the senior management category. Then operational managers are the lower level managers, maybe branch managers. If there are many more branches, each branch is under the branch manager. Sometimes there can be team leaders to control few employees. That's going under the operational managers. So the job of the operational manager is to handle few employees who are under their control. And the senior managers, they have the responsibility of controlling the entire company. They are responsible for the entire company. Operational managers are responsible for a set of employees only. Then the middle managers are doing a part to coordinate the senior managers as well as the operational managers. So they are in between senior as well as operational. Now, they may be the sectional managers. Sometimes the departments, the accounts branch head, the transport branch, the transport section head, and the branch managers are going under the operational managers. Now, we'll see what type of information are required by each group. When it comes to the operational managers, they are the leaders of each and every branch. They need detailed information. We'll go to a bank. Once you go for the bank manager or the branch manager needs to handle their employees. So employees are using the detailed information of each and every customer. As an example, they need to know what my balance is. Why? Then only they can say that your interest is like this. You have to have this much of deposit on the last few months, and these are the withdrawals. So they have to go for the detailed information. Once it comes to the senior management, do they need to know about my account balance? No. They may check the revenue of the all branches during the last year. They are the information they have. But these level, the last level, need to handle the information in detail. Then, when it comes to senior management, they go for summarized information. The total revenue of the branch. Sometimes the total income of one branch, total income from all the branches, the total payment of salaries. They are the information handled by the senior. And the bottom level is going to handle detailed information regarding their customers, regarding their operations, the electricity bill, how much electricity bill is paid for the last month, likewise. The middle managers are in between that, so they may handle mostly summarized information, whereas they may deal with detailed information in some cases. It's a little bit rare, but most probably they are going to deal with summarized information. Now, other thing here is when it comes to the operational level, they handle structured data. All the data, all the information they handle are regular, structured. As an example, the branch manager is all in every day. Branch manager is collecting the total revenue from all the counters. This is a simple structured information he needs, and how much total business we did during the last month. So they are structured. But when it comes to the senior management, they go for decisions just like what about opening many other branches for the next year. Then that's unstructured. We can't have a regular frequent decisions made by senior. But the decisions made by the operational are frequent, they are structured, organized. Here they are going for ad hoc decisions. What about recruiting new employees? What about opening new branches? What about adding our business into online? So they are the decisions made by the senior management. Therefore, their decisions are unstructured, whereas the operational manager details are structured or organized. They are regular, frequent, all the time. Now you find that these levels need different types of information. Therefore, according to our ICT facilities, there are many different types of information systems made to supply the information requirement of each and every category. So, operational managers, what sort of information are handled and what sort of information systems are used by the operational level. Middle managers, their information requirement is different than that. So they need use some other. Senior management is completely different than this. So they use another set of information systems based on our ICT. We'll see what they are. First we go for office automation system. This is a special information system handling our organizations. We'll see what they are. Now this is to automate office activities. Automate means not fully auto, but there are employees who are working to the office environment and they can do their works in an easier way with the help of office automation systems. Mainly we go for examples such as the MS Office package. We know about it well. Microsoft Office, that's an example. In that we have MS Word, even Excel. Sometimes we have presentation softwares. These softwares are falling under the office automation systems. Why? When it comes to Word, won't it support preparing of documentation? Yes, it supports documentation. Then, is this documentation make the work of the employee easier? Yes. Why? If this word is not there, how can the employee prepare their documents? Sometimes the basic ways they may write the documents from the pens and pencils. But the handwriting is bad. Sometimes it may not be clear. Takes long time. Spelling mistakes will be there. But when it comes to Microsoft Word, your font, your text is more clear. Highly clear text is there. And then we know about spelling check. Spell checker. So the software will check for spelling mistakes. That's automatically done. And even when it comes to the formatting bullets, the bolding, font color, we can do them easily. Even we can make copies of the documents very easily, copy and paste. So then, won't this make the duties of the office employees easier? And doing some of the works automated, spelling check, even the changing the font colors, those things. Even spreadsheet or the Excel, we call them as spreadsheet. This also making the calculation part easier. So we don't need to do the counting. Why? The formula available in Excel will do the calculations. And we can do the formatting, make it more clear. So that's doing some level of automation into the office activities. Even the presentation, if the office employees need to explain their concepts to their audience, they may prepare nice presentation and that is run parallelly with the audience. So they will get a better idea than explain them in whiteboards, even in papers. So that's doing some level of automation. Similar on that, office softwares are doing a certain level of automation which is falling under the office automation system. Not only that, we can go for video conference softwares just like Skype, even Viber, WhatsApp and even Zoom. So they will make the office discussions more easier. People need not to visit that place, they don't need to go here and there. At the very moment where they need to go for a discussion, they can start it, doing some level of automation. Also we can go for chatting softwares, doing the automation. Why? We can continue our chatting or discussions in the office environment easily. Similar to that, we can go for photocopier. That's not a software, but the photocopy machine. Won't it make the office activities automated? The best requirement is if the office needs to have a copy of a work paper, they can use a photocopier. Within few seconds, they'll get a copy. If not, they have to put a carbon paper and write it on the original copy. So that's trouble. But photocopier will make your works easy. So these are the office automation systems they are used by the employees or the lower level workers of the organization. So according to the management pyramid, OAS or office automation system goes under the bottom level operational managers or the workers level. TPS, transaction processing system. What is a transaction? Simply transaction means between two parties giving something there and from the other party we are going to get it. Transaction. Simply in a shop what we do is we purchase items, we get items, we are going to get it, but we give money. Transaction, exchanging. That's what the transaction is, doing some level of exchange. So TPS is a processing system to support exchanges. So what are the main exchanges done by the businesses? Mainly they expect money by giving their service or by giving their goods. So if there's a system to support that, that's called as TPS. One example here is electronic point of sale, EPOS. Is that facilitating transactions? Yes. Why? EPOS, they offer items through the system, the items in the retail shop, and customer will receive those items. On the other way around, customer is paying money through the system. So this is supporting the transactions of the business, a transaction processing system, electronic point of sale. And another transaction processing system is payroll system. We know about payroll system. That's a system to prepare salaries. So that's not between the business and the customer. So payroll system is doing transactions between employee as well as business. Why? Employees are providing their energy or their abilities, and business has to pay salaries based on the abilities that they provide. Transaction, giving their energy and getting the salary. So that's also another TPS. And some other transaction processing systems for our modern world, if we have online purchasing systems, there are businesses who are doing online purchasing. Now recently we know that Kapruka and bigdeals.com. So there are many organizations who are doing the online purchasing, online sales. Are they transaction processing systems? Yes. Why? The customers are paying through their credit cards and they will ship their items or they will post their items through the online system. That's another transaction processing system. So then these are falling under the TPS. Then which level of the management pyramid use this TPS? Top level or bottom level? Bottom level, they are dealing with their customers. So then TPS is also a system falls under the lower level handled by the operational managers. Then we go to the other system, MIS. Now when it comes to the MIS, this is a system recommended for the middle managers category. This MIS is recommended for the middle managers. If it is middle managers, we know that according to the management pyramid, what sort of information are handled? Detailed information are summarized. They are summarized little bit. Why? They are used by the middle managers in order to coordinate senior managers as well as in order to coordinate the senior managers as well as the operational managers. Then regarding our MIS, they are going to have the summarized data. If it is summarized, they have to use some summary representation. So summarized data are using graphs. So different graphs are there to provide a certain level of information. Even tables are there. We know that these objects are summarizing our data easily. So middle managers need those summary data. Therefore, MIS are expert in producing information in the form of graphs as well as tables. On the other way around, this is going for routine data, routine summarized information. Most probably, what the MIS do is they are going to take data from TPS and OS. Office automation systems, TPS, they are having detailed information. They are summarized and taken by the MIS. And they are prepared in the form of graphs, sometimes the tables, for the benefit of the middle managers. And since the middle managers are powerful than the operational managers, the middle managers may handle some external data as well. So that MIS are handling both internal as well as external data, such as currency rates, the oil price. They may be important for the decisions made by the middle managers. But mainly these are going for the routine data, which are summarizing from the running office automation systems, running transaction processing systems, and they are giving in the summary format to the middle managers. That's the job of the MIS, Management Information Systems. So they take data from the TPS, summarize them and provide to the MIS, and handles both internal as well as external data. That's the level of MIS. Then the DSS, Decision Support Systems. Again, from the keyword you may understand that this is supporting the decisions made. A software system to support the decisions we make. And this is also used by the middle managers. If so, we know that this is going to have some summarized level of information. And the main job of the DSS is to support the decisions made by the middle managers. This is not making decisions. Remember that humans are not, or the managers are not depending on a computer-based system totally. So they use their own brain. Humans are intelligent than the computers. Therefore, what the DSS does is they support the decisions made by the middle managers. That's possible. The reason is when making decisions, the managers or the humans need to handle more data. But according to our human brain, it's very difficult for us to calculate all the data, to compare all the data from the human brain. Then we use this DSS to do that part. And based on the results given by that, we may make the decisions as human beings or the managers. That's a general idea how the DSS works. On the other way around, regarding the decisions we make, the decisions are changing from time to time, as we told earlier, to open new branches, to improve, to increase the staff. So they may be different. Therefore, the DSS is handling unstructured or non-routine data, unlike the MIS. Earlier, MIS was handling routine data. They are structured. But now the decisions are different from time to time. So they are going for non-routine, unstructured data. Why? Decisions we make are different from one another. Time to time, the decisions are changing. And these softwares are complex. You understand the complexity. Why? They should be ready to handle the decisions which are changing from time to time. So that's a complex software. Unlike routine system we had earlier. So then they are very complex. So they have to be based on AI, artificial intelligence. We know that AI is complex. So they think in the way how humans are thinking. So this is complex product. And they can handle what if analysis. This is another big point in our marking scheme. The DSS are the systems which are ready to handle what if analysis. What are these what if analysis? That means as human beings, we go for different situations. One example is, what if the employees are increasing to 100? So before increasing the employees, before recruiting the employees, we have to come to that point. What will happen if there are 100 employees? Then they have to think of the salaries paid for them, and on the other way around, their efficiency will be increased. Why we have 100 employees now? So they are quick responding for the customers. Then we balance how much profit we can gain. Then I will think that if it is increasing to 100, what if? Sometimes if it is increasing to 200, what will be the situation? That may be more profitable than increasing into 100. So we have to come to that decision before recruiting the employees. Another what if is, what if there's a new branch open in Kandy area? We have one branch. If we increase another branch, we have to think of the expenses, we have to think of the employees, and also we have to think of the reputation given by the customers. And what about the fulfilling of the customer requirements through two branches? Then based on the decisions, we'll come to the conclusion, okay, we'll open new branch. No, we don't need to improve our increase our employees into 100. That's a loss for us. So likewise, before taking decisions, we get the help of this DSS. I think you are clear with the idea behind DSS. And it's a certain level of simulation. DSS is also falling under the middle manager category, where they give you non-routine information or unstructured data to support our decisions. The other system is executive support systems. We know what executive is. They are the top level or the senior managers, which are also called as strategic management. So under the senior management, we discuss what their requirement is. They are the ones who make highly valuable, highly important decisions which are applicable for the whole organization. If their decision is wrong, the complete organization will collapse. Their information is completely summarized, so that the information prepared from the ESS are using graphs, charts or tables to show the data in the summarized format. And at the same time, they use both internal as well as external information. The senior level, they need external information. The currency rates, the fuel price and the other competitive businesses, how they earn, how they change. Parallelly with some level of internal information, their total revenue, total income, they are also being handled. So both internal as well as external information are handled by the executive support systems. And they are completely non-routine. So their decisions are not same in all the cases. They are changing from time to time. So the ESS are ready to provide information for non-routine decisions made by the senior management or the strategic management of the organization. Now the summary is related to the systems we learned based on the management pyramid. TPS, OS, office automation systems are used by the lower level workers as well as the operational managers handling detailed information. And the DSS, MIS are used by the middle managers. ESS are the systems used by the top level management. If you can remember these systems according to the management pyramid, then you can come up with the features why we know senior management is dealing with summary information, external information, non-routine information. Then we can come to the features of the ESS, since we know what the requirement of senior managers. And even the lower level operational managers, we know the requirements of operational managers. They need to handle their team of employees, detailed information are handled, completely routine data, and they need detailed information. So all these are supporting such requirements. DSS, MIS, they are going under the middle management. So their requirements are to provide summarized information, sometimes routine, sometimes non-routine. So MIS is routine, DSS is non-routine, and the graphical formats are there to provide summary information, both internal and external information. So my suggestion is try to keep all these systems according to the management pyramid, then the features you can understand what they are.